What's up, guys? Welcome back to Hero Talk, episode 6. Emergency. I've been seeing this James Charles drama everywhere, so that's what we're talking about today. James Charles. Allegedly, he made a big mistake. He did something wrong, so I want to jump right into it. I have no idea what happened, so we're going to kind of react to it together. I'm going to break it down. I've heard a lot of creators come out and say they don't like him for this. I've heard people say that he's a bad person for this, so I don't know what is going on, but James Charles has made like 50 apology videos. I feel like you would after the first mistake, you'd be like, okay, I made a mistake and I now need to learn from the mistake and not do it again. But how many apology videos has James Charles made? At this point, it has to be like 50 plus. I also just forgot I'm not wearing my red hoodie, so I'm gonna be right back. There we go. Now it's Hero Talk. We're back. We're so back. Okay, let's get into this James Charles drama because I want to see what happened. I'm going to just hype up on TikTok James Charles. Allegedly, it was Spirit Airlines. It's the top search. Okay, here it is. Okay.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's the GoFundMe link. Any donations help." I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need to GoFundMe? I can at least 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off. Okay? I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's going to be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies. Go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
All right. So if you guys haven't seen it, that was pretty hard to watch. I can't lie. I have a lot of questions, a lot of things I want to say. The first question that popped into my mind was, why did you post this video? And what made you think that people were going to agree with the video that you posted? Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect and we're all perfect. Well, of course, we all make mistakes and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm trying to get my hero bracelet fresh. Boom, certified. But why? Why would you post that? Okay, first of all, I feel bad for everybody who got laid off. Yes, we live in the real world where sometimes people lose jobs, sometimes money is tough, and sometimes stuff happens where we don't have as much money as we once was and people struggle. Yes, I agree, that is part of life. But that doesn't mean we can't be sympathetic and have empathy for someone who just lost their job. Maybe they have a family. Maybe they didn't come from money. Maybe they were poor their entire lives and they have, you know, a family to feed, put food on the table. James Charles, you're in a very different bracket, my guy. You're able to have food on the table for a long amount of time. You did very well for yourself. Yes, you worked hard for it. And yes, you deserve, I guess, some of the success that you have. Of course, you worked hard for it. But that doesn't mean we rip apart some girl who just reached out to you asking for help. Okay, like, and I want to say another thing. Why are we making these facial expressions to the camera? Like, you were like, oh, girl, like, okay, like, what are we doing? Why are we doing that? Like, the facial expressions throughout that video had me. You had, like, that was the funniest part about the entire video, is that he would go up to the camera and, like, freak out. So confused on what you thought was going to happen. Like, when you posted that video, were you like, oh my gosh, people are gonna be like, yes, James, I agree. You should rip that girl apart and she deserves everything. Like, no. Yes, other people got laid off, but that doesn't mean you rip them all apart. Again, this is life. And how many apology videos have you made? I get it. She doesn't follow you, whatever. Actually, no, I don't get it. Just because she doesn't follow you doesn't mean you don't have to help her or help her. Truly, you did not have to make that video and you didn't have to help her in any circumstance. Like, there's no obligation. But she was just reaching out to see if you could help her. She doesn't follow you, I get it. But if she followed you, that would make a difference. Like, bro, do you see how that could be weird? That's like one of you guys reaching out to me being like, hey, Ashton, I need a GoFundMe. I have this, and this happening. And I'm like, oh, I respond. Yeah. Cool. I'm down to help. Oh, actually, no, you don't follow me, so I'm not going to help you. Go live on the streets. Like, come on. Really? That's what we're doing? The video, it was hard to watch, as we just saw. The facial expression, I don't know how many times I can say this. It was funny. Not the situation, but the facial expressions, they were just funny. Like, I don't know. It's funny. It is. That being said, there was so many people that responded to James Charles and like responded about the whole situation. I feel like it's only right that we look at some of those. Oh, the girl responded back to James. Wait, is this actually her? Okay, wait. Let's see.
I'm the girl that James Charles talked about in that video. Everybody's been asking for a video, and I haven't been able to make it because of a few reasons. One being my anxiety. I have really bad anxiety. Really bad anxiety. But, you know.
I'm sorry. I just... Okay.
I had to talk myself out of a lot of things. I was able to talk myself into this. So we're here. We're getting it done. Sorry if I say a lot of ums. And second was, I definitely was waiting to be monetized. And now that I am...
Wait. This situation just got a lot more weird. She just said she's waiting to be monetized. So now she's doing this to make money. I get it. Like, she's in a bad situation. So yeah, get your money, get your bag. But like, you're making the video for the wrong reason. You also have like a computer up showing what you're about to like say. So was this like scripted? I don't know.
Let's just dive right into it. I have my iPad with me. I don't have anything really.
I called it.
I'm just gonna scroll and answer questions. First question, I love this question, is, are you planning on staying in aviation? Yes.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
That I do, because I come from a hospitality background. Like, I always worked in hotels, and then my friend Tanisha, shout out to Tanisha, was one of the best bosses.
Yeah, shout out to Tanisha. Like,
it's aviation, and yeah, I don't think there's going back from there. Another question, did James Charles really send you that message? He did. He decided.
Wait, what message? Now I'm lost. We have to like look at what happened.
To message me on TikTok, and he wanted to privately apologize. I know another question on here is, do I accept his apology? So I'm just gonna answer it right together. Hell no. I don't accept his apology, especially because he was very publicly with what he said, and then you thought it was okay to message me. I'm the girl.
Okay, so that's basically her response, I guess. So
Charles talked about in that video.
I guess James Charles DM this girl on TikTok apologizing? Wait, I want to see this now. Hold on. Okay, so then James Charles made a second video basically talking about how people don't have the work mentality. I get it. If you want to go anywhere in life, you have to work hard. You have to work to get where you want to be. It doesn't just happen naturally. I get that, and I stand behind that 100%. But that doesn't mean we just rip someone apart, okay? Let's watch this video. This is, again, another deleted one. I just want to see the apology. Honestly, let's skip to the apology. Okay, allegedly, they're not going to show what James Charles said because he did it in private. But here's what I have to say about her response. That was just maybe a clip. I don't know. I didn't see like the full thing. But she... she wanted to monetize it, which like just shows me that she kind of had not the best intentions. I guess she wanted to make money off the situation, which then you're making money off of James Charles' name. So that's a little like, But I also get it because she said that she's struggling and she needs like money. And that's why she did what she did. But you just shouldn't have said that, you know? There's some things you say and don't say. Saying you were waiting to get monetized and that's why your response video took so long probably wasn't the best idea on your part. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was not smart because now you just look like you wanted James Charles' reaction. You got the reaction and now you're trying to make money off of the reaction. Wow. Okay. Smart. But also, too, yeah, like, James, you shouldn't have even said that and, like, ripped this girl. I guess Tana Mojo responded, too, and said something, so I want to see that. I love how she's wearing a face mask. Oh, she did the same thing as me. She made a podcast.
It's just, like, the duties I feel like we have as influencers in today's society and just my thoughts on people hoarding wealth and just my relationship.
Okay, yeah.
And, like, how I view it now in the society that we currently live in.
True.
Like, one of my number one points across that podcast was that I live under the firm belief that we as influencers do owe the people who watch us and our fans and just people in general our money.
Okay, I'm kind of confused. Tana's saying that we as creators should put money in other people's pockets. I don't know, that I kind of agree with that, and the people that support us. How do we do that though? Like, we give them money? Like, how, I guess my question to Tana would be like, how do we do that then?
Especially influencers versus traditional media celebrities, because our entire source of income is based on the fact that the working class feels a connection to us.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Want to sit in their mansion and help the people who helped them.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, okay, I get what she's saying. I agree with her to an extent. We have to, like, we should feel obligated to do a lot for our community, the people that support us. I back that 1,000%. Totally agree. Because, yeah, she's right. The people that watch us, in a sense, are like paying us, if you will, and supporting us. So we should feel obligated to support them as well. So I get that part. Let's keep going, though.
Feelings, rage, just, oh my God. I have been genuinely living in rage about this.
Wait, so she's that mad?
And you will see all of my thoughts on.
So Tana is like super upset about the situation. I mean, honestly, like, I wasn't upset. I was just like, why would you make that video?
Not this Saturday, but I think next Saturday. Okay, but anyways, I do feel like on TikTok, a lot of the things that I would say, a lot of other people have said very eloquently, and a lot of my faith has been restored, and a lot of other influencers seeing the way that they're stepping up and sharing their opinions on this and seeing that they are good people with souls, right?
Dang, James, she called you out saying you don't have a soul in your body. How do you feel? Honestly, we need to see a boxing match. Tana Mojo versus James Charles. I'm completely kidding.
So anything I would want to say on TikTok, I would want to add something to the conversation. And that is where I'm going to leave you.
Wait, sorry, I just had to pause this. This has 1.1 million likes. So clearly a lot of people agree with her.
With this piece of information. It was wasn't until I was filming today that this randomly crossed my mind. I feel like ever since I've been entering my brand safe era, I have had a lot of curtains pulled back on things that I did not really know about before. One of them obviously being the exorbitant amounts of money that these influencers make for certain things. I feel like I just wasn't living in that world.
That's true.
Whatever, no one wanted to work with me.
That is true.
Very, very, very wild to me. And obviously that furthered me on the podcast to go in an entire conversation about guilt and wanting to share that with people.
All right, like get to the point. Come on. All right, she's talking too much. I get it. I agree with Tana, but now she's talking about like how much money creators make, how much money they make. I get it. Yes, some creators make tons of money. I agree with that 100%. And I also agree with what she said about how we owe it to our supporters. Of course, I love showing any sort of love to you guys because it means the most, and to the people that support us, 100% agree. But there was more responses in this, and I want to see, because this just doesn't make sense. James, how many apologies are you gonna make, bro? Oh wait, he apologized. Okay, we have to watch the second video. We have to watch it. Yeah, true. Something might have gone on in James Charles' day, because why? Again, it was a simple message. James, I'm sure you have like hundreds of DMs, and you chose to make a video about this one. Like, out of all the videos, this is the one you choose. At least he admitted it was obnoxious.
Asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort.
Yeah, that was another thing. He said like allegedly this girl could have been copying pasting to every celebrity, which I'm going to play devil's advocate. That 100% could be true. I'm not going to lie. I have done that before. I've sent a mass message to a bunch of celebrities asking for collabs, etc., PR, whatever. I've done that before. I'm guilty of it. But maybe she really just was a fan of you, James, and didn't follow you. I know it sounds contradicting, but maybe she just liked your videos. Maybe she was subscribed to your YouTube channel and you had no idea. So maybe she just sent it to you and she was thinking that you were the last resort.
I don't know. I just don't know. Anybody that saw that video and was disappointed or upset with what I said.
See? He couldn't find it. So he just finds this girl's DM where she needs help, rips her apart, double backs down on it and says, I'm sorry, and I need to find her message again. Like, what is going on here?
This video and you want to get in touch, I would love to apologize to you directly and to help you out a little bit.
Okay, so now he's gonna help her out because he feels bad. That's not what you do. Like, he's like, oh my gosh, the world hates me, so now I need to like double back down and apologize. Oh, shucks, they caught me. Like, no, you should have like, you didn't have to help her in the first place. You didn't have to make the video in the first place. But now you feel obligated to help her because you got caught in like some scandal or whatever this is, some drama, and you feel bad. I just want to say I'm so sorry for like the mess of the James Charles drama. I had nothing scripted. I just wanted to jump right into it and get raw reactions. So here is the official follow-up video, the part 2 of his deleted part 1.
10 toes down. The reason I made that video yesterday, though, was a lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality.
Which I get.
No desire to actually put in the effort to try to fix a problem and get themselves out of a situation.
Yeah.
After James Charles deleted this viral video of a Spirit airline employee who lost her job asking for him for money, he made this follow-up part 2 video the next morning, which he also apparently just deleted. If you haven't seen it, here it is in its entirety.
I ended up deleting the video that I posted yesterday talking about people who send me GoFundMe links that have never followed, supported me before, just begging for money. And
Begging for money.
were like,
I don't think that many people are going to James Charles saying, yo, bro, can you give me money? Like, I think it was just like maybe one, maybe a couple people, like, I don't know.
enjoying the video, saying it was a valid point, but it definitely started causing some discourse in the comments, and a lot of
Wait, he just said some people said it was a valid point. I don't think anybody said that what you said was valid. I think they all went against you.
people were just saying it was out of touch and insensitive, and they're right. It was definitely a harsh choice of words.
I'm looking at the comments. Someone said, why is he trying to give cleavage? That's facts. James, what are you doing?
Maybe not my best video, and I deleted it. But of course, the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job, to all of their cute little fake pieces be like influencers.
Okay, I'm just gonna be honest here. I feel like a lot of creators, I could be completely wrong by the way, don't like James Charles after this video. And that's what he just said. Like a bunch of creators came out and like bashed James Charles. Like, do they like him? Do they not? I'm confused. Somebody in the comments, please let me know, because I would love to know, honestly.
So out of touch. This is so disgusting. You don't know.
Why does he get so close to the camera? This is disgusting. Like, why?
Be one of those influencers that gets online and pretends to be poor so I can come across as relatable to my audience.
What? He just said that he's not one of the influencers that's gonna act poor. Oh, dude, sometimes you just don't talk to be relatable. I personally don't know any creators that act poor so they can get money. Honestly, that's a good tactic though. I'm gonna try that now. Guys, please send me $1 million in the comments below so I can fund my lifestyle and better videos. I'm completely kidding if you couldn't tell. But I don't think anybody does that. And if you do, that's kind of weird. I don't know.
It's annoying, and I also think it's quite insulting to the audience watching.
Yeah, that is true. It is insulting.
Fooled into thinking that.
True.
Me for 10 years now, it's no secret that I have been able to find success doing what I've done.
Yeah, he has. He's very successful. And I said that in the beginning.
And was determined to literally do anything to make it happen.
Which, that's a valid point. I do want to give my input on that. Like I kind of said and touched on, James is like right. Like he deserves all the success. He worked hard for it. Whether he's in the wrong or he's in the right in any situation. I don't really know his story, but from what I've seen, you can't really strip the fact that he did make it and he did well and is doing well doing what he loves. I kind of agree with him in the fact that you have to have the mentality of like, it's going to work or this is going to work out and there's no other option. That I can agree with because that's the mentality I have. Like, there's no plan B. This is going to work and I know it's going to work. And you have to have that mentality or you don't, and it's completely fine. But if you want to be, I would argue, rich and successful and do what you love, it's going to be extremely, extremely hard, but the reward is going to pay off and you have to just keep thinking that it's going to work out and you have to work hard. Like, nobody's success doesn't come unless it's from hard work. Sure, there's few people that have quote unquote overnight success and they get lucky. Sure, of course, there's those one-offs. But in this scenario, like, you have to work hard. Like, you got to give the guy some credit. I'm just going to be completely honest. Sometimes in life, there's going to be times where not everybody's on your side and you might just have to try and problem solve and figure it out for yourself. I agree with that. I'm not saying screw everybody, figure it out. Have sympathy, have empathy still, but you still have to have that like mentality that it's going to work out and I need to figure it out. In a way, like, you can't think that the world is going to be on your side. I don't think that the world is on my side. And
I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help.
right, there's no wrong. There's no wrong. There's no reason why you shouldn't ask for help. If you need help, yes, ask for help 100%. Also, closed mouths don't get fed. And he's talked about that in the beginning. And I honestly agree. If you never ask, you might never know. If you don't ask, that person could maybe help you. If you don't ask, that person could have given you a job. So it's always better to ask than not ask. Because yeah, closed mouths don't get fed.
My personal opinion, though, it should be a last resort. If you disagree, that's totally
It should be a last resort. I mean, yes and no.
Thanks for having mine. There's a lot of people responding back to the video being like, oh my gosh, he has no idea how hard the job market is. I've been applying for new jobs for 6
Yeah, that is true. Applying for jobs is hard. I've had multiple jobs before.
months. I'm sorry that that is happening to people. I know that the job market fucking sucks. I've heard so many horror stories. I can't even imagine what that's like.
Wait, why is he talking so quiet? He probably lost his voice in the first video.
The person that I made the video about yesterday lost their job last week at Spirit Airlines, along with 17,000 other people. And granted, I don't know this person. Maybe making a GoFundMe link was really their last resort.
Yeah, maybe.
Personally, do not believe that to be the case because I know for a fact that they sent the same exact DM to hundreds of different.
But how does he know that that DM was sent to multiple other creators? Like, that's kind of like an assumption. I feel like you can't assume that. Also, too, I kind of agree now with like the, start a GoFundMe because, yeah, that is true. 17,000 people also lost their jobs, and I'm sure they're trying to figure it out just as much as that one girl is. So maybe starting a GoFundMe was the right answer, or maybe it was the wrong answer. But I kind of agree in the sense that like she should maybe put in a little effort to figure out those next steps of like, okay, I need to find a job, kind of figured out mentality, kind of like what he's saying.
This person did not follow me. They have never DM'd me previously.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. Just because they haven't followed you or DM'd you doesn't mean that it's not valid to help someone. If someone really needed help from me and they didn't follow me and their story, whatever, touched my heart, I would, of course, love to give. I'm a giver. All right? I get it. So like that, I disagree with James. Come on.
They have never supported me on any social.
They've never supported you? They don't have to support you.
Copying and pasting this DM to every
How does he know though? How do you know? How do you know they're copy and pasting?
person that they assumed has money to offer them. And I'm sorry, just because somebody has money does not mean that you're entitled. I'm sorry if that comes across as insensitive or privileged. Or
Yeah.
but welcome to the real world. It's
He's literally standing on business of what he said again. Like there was no apology until obviously what we saw. But like he's like, no, I don't even care. Like, yeah, I made the second video and I'm standing on it. Like, you don't feel entitled. Just because I'm rich doesn't mean I have to give you money, which is true. Just because someone's rich, they don't have to give you anything.
fucking hard out there. Nobody owes anybody anything. But you know,
Yeah, that is true.
to remind you of that.
Yeah.
And a little bit of
You're not owed. Yeah,
a really long way sometimes.
that's true.
Stand behind what I said 10 toes down.
You heard it here first, guys, on Hero Talk. He is standing 10 toes down. He's standing on business. It's not clocking to him.
Instead of spending an hour copying and pasting the same DM to 100 different celebrities or influencers, you could have spent the same amount of time copying and pasting a job application.
That part I agree with. I'm not going to lie. Whether that's bad or good, I do agree with that. You spent an hour allegedly copying and pasting the same DM to quote unquote a bunch of celebrities who have money. You could have spent that hour to find another job. I agree with that if that's true, but we don't know.
Hundreds of different companies. Or, hear me out, put in a little bit of effort. If you want to send the DMs, at least spend 20 seconds before you hit send, customizing it to the person that you're asking for money from.
Yeah, that's true.
James, I've been watching your YouTube videos since I was a teenager. You really taught me how to do makeup and
Okay, well now he's just giving the sauce. Now I'm just going to copy and paste a DM to James Charles, just like the message that he's saying to get some money. Thank you, James.
probably would have gone a lot further.
Okay, so it's going to go a lot further for me then. I'm going to say, hey, sister, I've been watching you for so long. I need money. And can you please send me money? Here's my Zelle. Thank you. Because then he said it'll get you further.
Generic message. Or, instead of copy and pasting the same job application to hundreds of different companies, then send job applications to companies that you really care about and you think you can fit in with, and then custom.
I don't not agree with him here. I'm not going to lie.
They should want you on their team. I know putting in the extra work and effort probably feels useless when you know that you're in a sea of DMs or job applicants, but trust and believe, as somebody who's now on the other side of things, the little bit of extra effort does go a very long way. And
That's true. Put in the effort.
unfortunately, never going to work. That's just my 2 cents. Just a word.
All right, so we've basically covered this entire James Charles situation. My overall thoughts about this is, yes, it's messed up. He shouldn't have said that original video, but now I'm kind of like, I agree with some things that he said, but the overall incentive was bad. James, you should have never made that video because then you ended up apologizing it for again. You've made 50 apology videos. I mean, this guy cannot stay out of trouble. First, it was like, you know, kind of thing. And now it's like this. James, just stay out of trouble. Stay out of toxic ways. I don't know. All right, come on. Just be a good guy. That's all. I think we covered it all. This is the end of Hero Talk. I love you guys so much. Shout out to Keisha Burrow 6150. Subscribe to become a part of the Hero family, and I'll see you next week. Peace.